This. All right, welcome everybody. We have a very special guest today. We have Raimundo and Chava also. So say hi, guys.
Hello,
Hey,
everyone.
Yeah, and well, we are all colleagues from the university days. We all know each other. We haven't seen each other in years. This is actually the first time we see each other since since we were
2017.
4,
2017. Yeah,
4 years ago, I think so.
More,
yeah,
more.
That it happened 4 years ago. So when
that
was the
happened.
last time that we saw each other in 2019, something like that?
I think
2017. The
2000.
last time I saw you too, it was
Yeah,
2017.
Chava 2017, I think, and me and Ray probably 2018.
2018, yes, you're right.
Yeah, so it's been like a couple of years, like five
Yes,
or six or something.
2023
long time
now. It's
ago.
not a couple years.
So I think we are 5 years older than the last time we saw each other, right?
Right?
Indeed.
We're older, we're wiser, we're
Yes,
more prepared.
yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to go, maybe we can start with the parenting thing, but when like the child, like I would like to start, maybe I don't know if Chava has like a question or something, but if we could have it like in the way of like the evolution, right? Like before the child is born, maybe like what makes you decide to have a kid, and then take it from there into when they're born, when they're children, when they're teenagers, and finally adults.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, they say the birth of a child is like basically when the parents decide they want to have a kid. So I don't know from your experience if you want to share a little bit about that and maybe say why you decided to like have a family or something.
Mm, well, to tell the truth, in my own experience, so I didn't plan that
Uh,
because okay, so it was like in a runaway. So I start having a relationship with my wife, and then so our first kid, it wasn't planned, you know.
uh,
And then, well, we accepted to have our first kid, and everything was wonderful, was great the first time because it's the first time that you are going to see your child, right?
right.
But then I think I never thought about the responsibilities that they convey, you know,
Uh,
because we were younger in that time. I think when I had uh, to start having that relation, I was like 22 years, and my wife was younger,
22?
22, and my wife
Oh,
was younger than me, 3 years younger than me.
oh,
Yes,
right. Yeah,
and considering the difference of the age, I think we have some problems at first because when you are PNs in that way is different when you got some responsibilities as a white person, you know.
yeah, yeah, right.
That's my first comment.
All right. And Chava, I don't know if you want to ask something in that realm, in that area.
Not exactly, but I mean, you said you didn't plan the first one. And
Yes.
well, how is how difficult was it for you like to start parenting this kid? I mean, was something like inborn to you, like to act like fatherly, like naturally fatherly, or it was something that you had to learn, like
Oh,
in the way on the run?
Okay. Well, I think so. There is no manual to be a parent for the first time. You know, I think
Mhm.
you are learning. You are learning every day. since the time that you have kind of responsibility in that way, so you are learning. Because first of all, I have a difficult childhood, you know. My
Mm,
parents got divorced, and everyone's got his own couple in different way. So, and I rise in that kind of family, you know, and it was very difficult for me, you know.
yeah,
So I remember that I have some difficult economical problems. So my mother all the time was absent from the house because she had to work most of the time. I most of the time I was alone at home, you know, and I think that's affect me a lot. So when I moved from the place I was born, so I think what I was looking for in a girl is was like someone that joined me because I
yeah.
was alone most of the time. So I say that it wasn't planned because I didn't get the idea to get married younger, you know. But at the time that that person say, "Oh, you know what? I was pregnant," you say, "What the hell?" Yes, in that time you realize that it's not what you decide. You have already decided. Yes, but
Right.
I want to be kind of a responsible person, and I accept that.
Mm, yeah, yeah. And would you say your life completely changes, or it only changes in that area?
Yes, all my life completely changed in everything. Yes, because
Mm,
I have to work hard. Yes,
right.
because money is needed, you know, and I have
Yeah.
to look for my own house to rent because I was living in my mother house in that time. So I
Mm,
have to look for my own house, you know. Renting in that time was kind of expensive. So many things happened in my mind at the time.
It was very expensive.
Yes, and you
mm,
know you have to pay for the for medicines, for the things to the baby needs, and I have to save money for the hospital. Yes, because I'm
yeah.
planning the in a short time my baby come. Yes, and it
Mm,
was kind of different. That's why I say that everything changed in my life. It wasn't easy for me. And the idea to accept that is was difficult for me because I didn't come to my mind to get married in a very young. Yeah, that's
right.
my idea.
And would you say that you start making decisions, like for example, when they're children, like through your kids, like basically you say you have to consider your kids in all your decisions, like what you're gonna, where you're gonna work, where you're gonna live, where like all those
Yes,
things.
yeah. I have to consider all my kids. So because you know, maybe at the time that you work, yes, for living. I mean, so when you get the money, your salary for every week, for every 15 days, so you have to make a plan for all the things that you are going to need, including the the kid expenses, you know,
Yeah, right, right. Plan everything. Okay,
and everything.
perfect.
And you stop buying your personal things because you say, well, I need to buy this and I want to buy that. It was difficult. Man.
Okay. Oh,
No
I had
more,
a question.
no more entertainment anymore.
Yeah, like my sister has two kids and they have to watch cartoons, right?
Yeah,
They can't watch like things they like.
yeah.
Okay.
But I have
And
a question. Chavita, did you get married?
No,
You are still single.
yeah, not even a girlfriend, anything.
Oh my goodness. I think you need to get one.
Yeah, I think that, but
life's tough.
Yeah,
Right?
lifestyle.
Yeah. And with the what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, how do you balance, for example, being nice and being strict? For example, if your kid is like, oh, I want this candy in the store, and you're like, no, because we already bought you yesterday another candy, or I don't know, something like that. How do you balance that between being strict, being orderly and authoritarian, but also letting them like be expressive, creative, and be nice to them?
Oh man, I think it's a difficult question to answer because,
Uh,
I think when you became a parent the first time, I think
yeah,
your life changed in different ways, I
right.
think the way you are is totally different because all the time, so you want to get the best for your kids, for your children, you know.
Mm,
And I think sometimes it's difficult to think it that way because sometimes you say, well, if I didn't get this when I was a child, so now, so you think that you are going to give everything that your children need, you know, but
mhm.
sometimes it's a wrong decision,
uh,
yeah, to give everything to the children.
right.
But maybe you think in that way, you say, well, if you want it, I can give you. And it's like a feeling inside that maybe makes to think in that way. I think
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain, but I feel in that, well, I remember that I talk all the time to give the best to my children.
right, because you love them. Yeah,
I love it. Yes, exactly.
and you want the best for them, but that best also means the balance between like not spoiling them, not giving them too much.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I haven't let Chava ask
No,
questions or
it's okay,
talk.
man.
Right now we're gonna go out because Zoom's gonna take us out, and we'll wait like maybe 10 minutes, take like a 10-minute break, and then we'll return.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll stay in touch right now, guys, for the
Okay.
next part. All right. Perfect.